Hello and welcome to Bodyweight Calisthenics Home, a YouTube channel dedicated to my personal bodyweight calisthenics journey, and you're joining me on day one of week one. This is my first ever workout and I'm putting it together live as I speak to you after doing quite a bit of research. So you'll see me in this video develop my first ever workout. I've done quite a lot of research. This is my home-based calisthenics gym, and if you want a guided tour of my gym, then there's a video on my channel. By the way, I'm doing this topless, not through ego, but because I want a visual record of what I look like on day one of my bodyweight calisthenics journey. So hopefully in weeks and months to come, you'll see my body change and develop. It's currently the middle of November 2022. So if you're watching this sometime after November 2022, check out my channel and see what's happened, what's transformed on my bodyweight calisthenics journey. I'm just doing some dips. Now the point being is I'm going to try and do 3 sets of 12 to failure. What I mean by failure is I get to the point where I just can't do any more, and by doing that I'll reach that stage which is known as hypertrophy, which is where your muscles tear. You get thousands of tiny little tears, and in repairing themselves, those tears will give you more strength and more bulk. So here we go. This is my first set of 12 dips. I am using support bands because I can't do a single dip without them. There's number 7, there's number 8, there's number 9 and 10 and 11 and 12, and that is very difficult. So there's 12 dips to failure. I probably could have done more if I wasn't talking to you, and I will do. I'll endeavour to really go to failure in future workouts. By the way, if you're a beginner, please do subscribe and hit the notifications bell, and if you're an expert, give me help and advice and tips and encouragement in the comments box below this video. I'm using these support bands which I bought off the internet. I've got to use those for my chin-ups as well. I've got a chin-up bar here, got a box there for incline press-ups. This will be my dips, and I'll also be able to do squats in this space here. I'm starting off with a whole body workout because I'm not really at the stage where I can divide my body up into different areas. But I did put together a list of 10 simple rules for beginners for calisthenics, and again that is on my channel. I'm resting currently between my first and second set of dips. So there we go. Now one of the other things I've done is I've looked at my motivations. What are my whys? And that's what's on this board here. Why am I doing this? And I did a deep dive into my motivations, and you can see that video on my channel. And again, finally, before I move on to do my second set of 12 dips, those are all my starting measurements. Let me do my next 2 sets of dips at fast forward, and I'll come to you in a moment when I do my squats. So those are my 3 sets of 12 dips. I realised halfway through the second set that I wasn't going to be strong enough to do 3 sets of 12s with the sets or the combination of bands that I was using. I actually ended up having to go with the black and the purple because I just didn't have enough support to do 12 sets. Anyway, the third set, by the end of it, I was at failure. A couple of points to note is you're supposed to do these slowly on both the up and the down, which is the concentric and the eccentric motion, because the eccentric, which is the bit that stretches the muscle, is just as important as the concentric. I try to keep the support directly underneath my body. Anyway, there we go, my first set of 12 3 times 12 dips. I'm now going to move on to squats because those are my bottom half of my body. So by doing this, I'm alternating top half to bottom half. So it will be squats next, then it will be chin-ups. Then I'm going to have a go at some press-ups. By the way, my abs routine will be done on alternate days. That's one of the other 10 rules, is you must rest between workouts, because it's on the rest days that the muscles build back bigger and stronger, and if you don't give them the opportunity to rest, you'll never get stronger and you'll become fatigued. Now, I always find squats quite difficult, so I found it easier to focus on a point in the distance, and I think you're supposed to keep your feet flat on the floor and not use your toes. There's number 5, there's number 6. I'm going slowly down, 9, and slowly up, 10, 7, 11, 12. I'm finding those relatively easy, so I'll have a break of 30 seconds. I'm actually going to put a fleece on whilst I rest, because I'm in a cold garage and I want to keep some warmth in the top half of my body. And the idea now is to try and do 3 sets of 12 repetitions, and hopefully towards the end of set 3 I'll be at failure on the pull-ups. Let's give it a go. Again, I'll take this off as I want a visible record. So I've done a 12, I think an 8 or a 10, then a 7, and then I'm done. I can't do any more. How's it looking? Let's do some leg exercise. So these are now going to be single leg squats, using the ball of my foot, and I shall steady myself if I need to using these bands. I can really feel that in my thigh muscles, so because it's my other leg, I can go straight away. 1, 12, 2 sets of 12, quite tough, much more difficult than the squats, but if you think about it, that makes sense, because I'm actually lifting my body weight on one leg as opposed to 2 when I'm doing the squats. For the next set of 12 of those, I'm going to move the camera again. So the hardest part of that was not putting the weight on these bands, and was also going down slowly. And as I've already said, the concentric, where the muscle contracts, is important. But what's equally or more important is the eccentric, which is where the muscle stretches. So one of the hard parts of that was going slowly down, and I'm going to focus my efforts and my concentration on going slowly down when I do these in future. Hopefully I will eventually get enough balance and coordination and strength and technique and form to dispense with these, but currently I'm using these as a way of just kind of steadying my body as I go up and down. I can really feel that. One more set of these to go. I've got 2 options for press ups, and they're both inclined because I'm just not capable of doing 3 sets of horizontal press ups. I'm just not strong enough in my top half of my body. So I've got 2 options. The first one is inclined against this horizontal bar here, which will be easier than the second option, which is inclined against this bedding box at my feet. I'll try the bedding box first, see how I get on, but it might be that I have to reduce my expectations and move over to incline press ups on the bar here. If you're a complete beginner and you've got no upper body strength, you can actually do these against a wall, and I know that because I saw that as part of my research. When you do press ups, apparently you don't want your arms up there, you want them kind of at an angle to your body, and that brings the work to the chest and the arms, whereas that brings the work to the shoulders. So I'll be trying my best to keep the technique and form like that. And apparently when you get it right, you do kind of rock forwards on a press up. Let's give it a go. Let's go for 12 on here. Body flat and straight. That's going to be too difficult, I can tell it. 2 now. I've managed 2 on that. I'm a beginner. I'm not going to run before I can walk. So let's go on here instead. Flat body. Let's get to the right position first. 1. Feels more comfortable. 2. 3. 4. I can really feel that. I'm surprised how weak I am. When I was a kid I could do at least 20 of them. I'm keeping my foot there because I want to mark where my feet were. So I'm going to put this on and then I'm going to put a mark where my toes were. And that will be where my toes are at when I do my press ups. 1 set of 12 incline press ups against here. That's beat me. I've still got 2 more sets to go. Apparently with the press up, back straight, let the arms and chest do the work. I should be resting. I'll rest. I'll do the next 2 sets of 12 in fast forward. If I carry on doing this, it's really going to work, and you can track my progress. And I'll be able to look back at this video in 6 months' time and feel a sense of accomplishment. And I hope you'll still be there on this journey with me. I know this channel's not showbiz and pizzazz like some of those American channels. I'm UK based, I'm 55, I'm flabby. It's not exactly YouTube fodder this, but we'll see how it goes. Let's have a go at these shoulder pull-ups. Take this top off. Now these are for the group of muscles around the shoulder here, whereas press-ups are for the pecs and the biceps and the back. So let's have a go at this, and my palm's facing forwards on these, so it's like a chin-up. Whereas a chin-up like that, which is definitely working your biceps, this is like that, so it's definitely working your back and shoulders. Let's have a go. Get my foot in the stirrup. Make sure it's safe and secure. Straighten my leg out and lower myself down. How's that going to be? Maybe too difficult on just 2 support bands to do 3 full sets. I'm going to add the 3rd support band and accept. Again, then I'm a beginner. I've still got 4 to do out of that set of 12. So in they go. Good idea, these bands. I'll put a link to these in the description box below. 1. Slowly down. 2. Slowly down. 3. Slowly down. That can count as my first set of 12. Incidentally, when you're using these bands on a pull-up, make sure that they're at the centre of your body so that it's not pulling your body one way or the other. failed on number 12 there. Technique and form went completely out the window. But at least I got there, so give me some credit for trying. I'll put this on, have a rest, I'll do another 12, give that a U in fast forward, and I'll come back to say goodbye. So there we are, my first ever bodyweight calisthenics workout in my homemade, home-based bodyweight calisthenics gym. I found that hard, and it's going to work if I carry on doing it, so please do join me on the journey. Subscribe and the notifications bell. I'm now going to do 10 minutes on the row machine to warm down the muscles and stretch them out. That rowing machine is a great way of stretching out muscles. I will see you very soon for my next workout. I'm going to tell you in that how I feel tomorrow when these muscles start to repair. I'll see you soon.